I'm Dr. B. Welcome in for another edition of the Hope Zone Nugget. The Hope Zone Nugget with me, Dr. B. Today's a great day to have hope. I always love to talk about hope, and I love to do a special segment on hope sometimes, okay? Just to keep my own hope tank filled. And so, of course, the Hope Zone is where there's hope for every situation. I'm so glad you tuned in on today. Today, we're talking about this angle of hope. Where hope is planted, a garden blooms. Oh my, where hope is planted, a garden blooms. As you can see, I'm hanging outside. I've been outside the entire summer of doing the summer series and taking advantage of summer, taking advantage of my time here at the Lighthouse. My home is called the Lighthouse, a place of inspiration, a refuge, if you will, for God's people. I've been here for now 23 years, more than 23 years now, and I had a vision literally back in 1992. I had this vision. One night I had a dream, and in my dream, I literally saw myself in this house. It was on the corner. It was full of bright colors. It was a happy place. It was this sound of laughter and purple balls and everything. And so I went to work the next day, and I told my coworker, I said, "Wow!" I said, "God showed me a dream. In a dream, I was going to have this house, and I don't know how, but I'm supposed to have a house that's like this." Safe place for people, and it's a happy place, a place of inspiration. Well, 12 years went by, because you know how God is. You know, God will show you a vision, show you a dream, He'll show you something, and you think it's about to happen tomorrow. No, it wasn't tomorrow. 12 years later, He put me in this home called the Lighthouse. And here in the Lighthouse here, this summer, I've been just really wanted to inspire people. So I have what's called now the Garden of Hope. The Garden of Hope. We're talking about hope. Where hope is planted, a garden blooms. So a garden blooms, right? Okay, so I want you to see there's here, I have these stones that represent the Garden of Hope, because when you plant hope, there's dreams, there's believing, hope, there's a hug, there's laughter, the word inspire. When you have hope, or when you're giving hope to other people, you can inspire people. When you have hope, you know what? You always sneak the word forgive in. When you have hope, you forgive, smile, faith, listening, having grace, showing love, showing care. Just a number of colorful stones that really represent the Garden of Hope, because hope is so needed today. Hope is so needed like never before. It really, really is. And I live to give hope to people, because hope is breath. Hope is oxygen. Hope saves lives. Hope keeps us dreaming. Hope keeps you believing. Hope is the belief that your life is going to get better. Hope says, you know what? It doesn't matter what I went through yesterday. Doesn't matter what happened last year. Doesn't matter what happened 10 years ago. You know what? This is my year. This is my season. This is my day. Something good is coming into my life. And so when you live with hope, you can give hope to other people. And people are looking for hope. People are looking for a word that keeps them going. You know, the Bible says, Proverbs 12:25, it says, heaviness in the heart makes it stoop, but a good word makes it glad. And it's something about when you get a good word, it can fill your hope tank right back up. I've talked about the joy tank, I think last week. I know a couple of weeks ago I talked about the joy tank. Today I'm talking about, hey, listen, plant hope and you'll have a garden, right? You'll have a garden, you'll have a harvest of that will come back to you. And that's so important to understand. Whatever you plant, you're gonna get a harvest. You're gonna get a harvest back. And so it's so important to keep living with hope. Keep living with hope, because hope really does bloom. I have a flower plant that you can see, and it just says Hope blooms, full of beautiful colors that represent the life, how life can be beautiful if you look for the good, if you look for gratitude, if you look for to be grateful, if you look to be thankful, if you look to be appreciative of the small things that we do have. That can keep your hope tank filled. That can keep you having a hope garden yourself. And a harvest in your life of joy, a harvest of being able to smile, a harvest of laughter, a harvest of kindness, a harvest of just being able to reflect God to the world, because people need to see God is real and joy can be real, but hope is it. Hope, from the H to the O to the P, hope is it. That's what we really need. We need to have that oxygen every day. And that's what hope gives us. Hope gives us this incredible oxygen to believe, to get up believing that something good is on the way. I can expect something good. I can be a vessel to give something good to somebody else. Sometimes we're vessels of hope. Sometimes we're receiving hope. Sometimes we're vessels to be poured out to give people hope. That's what I live to do. So I hope that you have received this message today, a reminder that there's a garden of hope. When hope is planted, there is a garden. It blooms, and you can bloom for the Lord, and you can have hope every single day, and knowing this, that Jesus is our hope. As long as we believe in him, there's always a reason to have hope. And I always love to say this in closing. In a world full of darkness, there's still a reason to have, yes, hope. So I want you to do this. Hold on to hope like it's a piece of rope. Until next time.